You're listening to Jump on the Bat-Wagon, hosted by the Watchtower Database. Visit WDB on YouTube for video essays, timelines, fan theories, and much more from the DC animated universe. And now, please enjoy the show.
Hey,
Jude.
don't take this bad.
What's my phone doing?
Set
Why do I
up
want
your
to set up my device?
device.
Your device is cute. What is it?
Remember,
Did it catch that?
you probably turned on Bluetooth in my car is what you did. You did do that. Listener, normally I go to Brian's house.
But
This time, that's all.
pretty much it.
Normally I go to Brian's house.
But
Normally I go to Brian's. Where do I go?
I'm Brian.
I'm Brian.
Hey,
Brian's in my house.
I'm in his house.
I'm
surrounded by spoilers.
I despoilered my office as much as possible. There are many posters missing from my walls, and they took a lot of paint with them.
What's a flish?
He knows what macaroni and cheese is now.
Wait, what?
This is the boxed mac and cheese right there.
Oh, yeah.
Slaps. It probably doesn't slap very hard
It's
right
behind
now.
Shriek, though.
In 1998, macaroni and cheese. In 1998 years, macaroni and cheese rotten bad now. How do I start?
Do you remember?
The podcast?
Do you remember last week, or like I don't know how many weeks ago at this point in time? Somebody who's I don't remember the name. Said that
somebody who woof. It was the dogs. They appear every podcast.
Said
episode.
that we were their favorite podcast.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about it in Safeway, and it's just so hard to believe. Like it's hard to believe there's people out there who are like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to. Like
this
I know
one, yeah.
Kimmy listens to it.
Mm-hmm.
She's listening to it
religiously, you might say.
more or less. You know, like Dylan listens to it. Obviously, like there's like some people that I'm like,
you might say.
Kyle listens to it.
Yeah.
Like these things makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But like there's somebody right now in Kansas.
Dude, this is the first time they're checking in, and
Maybe.
this is how we started the show.
Maybe, but like,
Yeah.
can't like. I
You know,
don't know that I know.
I don't feel as bad about how like random and uncontrolled the podcast is because I've been listening to the Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast a lot lately, and yes, he's Conan O'Brien and we are not, but they often start the episodes on purpose with just a random conversation about nothing that has to do with anything that's going on.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I do that.
It brings you in, right?
Yeah,
like
sure,
it's sort of like this is the real us.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Do you want to be real?
I had that thought earlier of like
What?
A Watchtower Database video. When you're watching it and I'm presenting the video to you and Aquaman did this thing Aquaman. But
Thank you.
When you're listening to this podcast, you're getting my
Actual you.
Yeah, basically, I think we're performing about 2%, and the rest is like, oh, I'm trying so hard to not fall asleep, just like always.
I think that's the thing. Like, I think the only level of like performativeness we have in this podcast is us being like, I had a really bad day and I'm fucking exhausted, and I just like, okay,
and
let's
Zoom
do
won't
this.
work again.
Let's just do this thing. Okay. Hey, we're so happy to be like, I think it's that little performativeness, but like,
well, just
how many jokes did we make? How many jokes did we make in Safeway? We did like 3/4 of a lap around Safeway, and it was just like us. We had like the marriage thing, holding the basket together. We were talking about different grades of champagne.
Everyone was there. They all know. Yeah,
you know, they're just like.
Well, it's the reason why. What's his face? What did we call him? Brett. Mormon daughter or something like that.
Yeah. I think it might have been Alan.
It was probably still Alan Mormon daughter. But well, that's why, hey, you guys should have a podcast. We're just in the bus talking, and we're in the big bus, and you guys are just talking to each other. It's so great.
I'm going to put a vase over here.
I bought this vase at Target.
I can't do that voice.
I bought this vase at Target, and we're going to sell the bus for $2 million. All right, you guys should start a podcast. That's what he said every day.
Every every fucking day. We like walk in. He's like, "You guys are making a podcast."
You're like trying to do a Shaquille O'Neal that's not quite working. It's like a Ted Levine, honestly, who's the puts the lotion in the basket. What it sounds like, and Sinestro also.
Oh,
but here we are,
DCAU.
in episode 170 of the podcast. That's so many fucking.
Are we going to do something for 200?
I hope so.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I'm
do.
James from the Watchtower Database YouTube channel. You'll feel a lot of thumping because there's a baby out there thumping, and it doesn't come through unless you hear him screaming.
So. Okay.
Brian's just like thrown up. There's an earthquake. Oh God.
Look, this Brian fella, he doesn't do babies.
This is what it's like to be in my house, bitch.
I mean, I have screaming dogs. You have screaming child.
Yeah. Whenever the dogs come in, you're like, oh, hey, Bubs. Oh, Bubba. Oh, come up in my lap. I can't do, if he like stormed, that's why I lock the door when I do this. If he stormed in here, I'd be like, oh, you want to come sit in my lap? And he'd, he's like, he just does that. He's a monkey. And I'm here to show my good buddy Brian the entire DC animated universe.
I already said
from start to finish for the very first time in the controversial Airdate order. So he may view these shows the way human beings experienced them in the far gone days of the 1900s. So this is why we have a podcast together. We're just so in sync.
Oh my God.
Today we're watching the Batman Beyond episode, Splicers.
Splicers.
Your prediction 2 days ago when we recorded with Joe for the last episode.
We just had dinner with Joe.
We did have dinner with Joe.
I think it was a Frankenstein something or other.
Oh, yeah. You guessed that it would be.
It was good, by the way.
The episode, Splicers, that we haven't watched, it was good. You liked it?
Joe was good.
Oh, Joe. Oh, my God.
Turn off your sound,
What the
Jimothy.
fuck? What an unprofessional idiot, Joe. At the time of this recording.
Oh, wait. 8:38. It says it on my phone. PM.
It says it on your phone.
We're not up early.
We're in the future. We have clocks on our phones now.
Just a full analog wall clock.
Well, yes. Mine is.
That's a digital
I got the widget. Oh, yeah.
Clock.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Why do we call them widgets? It's a weird ass word.
Why do you?
I remember when Yahoo.
Did I ever tell you?
You could put Yahoo widgets on your desktop. That was the shit.
Yeah, that was the shit. Did I ever tell the story on the podcast of the time I tried to buy an analog wall clock at a hardware store in California?
Think so. Please do.
Oh man,
that's what the folks are here for.
I just, there's times where you just like really question people's intellectual abilities.
One moment, please.
I thank you. And I walked into this hardware store. I was trying to buy a clock for the theater, for like the green room or something. It's just like, it's like an analog.
You want to know what time it is
with the arms, people, all these things. And I walk in and I was like, hey, where are your analog wall clocks?
And the person didn't know what an analog clock was. Is
yeah. So I walk in and it was just like, hey, can you show me where the clocks are? And they're like, yep, sure. And they like walk me to this aisle.
This is where our digital clocks.
And they no. And they like gestured, like, here you go. And I looked to the direction of the gesture and it was thermometers. And I was like, no, I need a clock. And they look over with like a smile. They're like,
yes.
Yep. And I'm like, that tells time. And they go, And they look back.
This one goes all the way to 100 o'clock.
Yeah. They look back and they're like, oh, wait a minute. And then like went up to the register and was like, hey, do we have like analog wall clocks? It's like, just because it has a dial doesn't mean it's a clock.
This is oven timer, actually. When the ding goes off, it's time to podcast. That's how you know. It's time to go on stage. When you just set any old alarm and it'll go off and it'll be fine.
And then it's time.
There's a big blank wall in my living room that I really want to fill with like enormous clock. Like I think that would look cool and be neat. But
it'd be cooler.
Jessica doesn't want to put a clock in the living room.
Yeah, Jessica hates time.
Yeah.
You should just put a giant penny there instead.
Ooh, yeah. Bringing it back. Batman Beyond is streaming on HBO Max.
My dog.
And available on DVD and Blu-ray.
My other dog.
We have like quite the time capsule with this podcast for multiple reasons, but also just for HBO Max. Now it's Max. Now it's HBO Max.
Do you remember how pissed I was?
Yeah.
I don't know what episode that was.
Yeah,
or episodes.
Like 60 or something.
And I was like, no, we're calling it HBO Max. It's stupid to call it
never
Max.
Do that, yeah.
And now HBO's like, we're dialing it back, guys. You're right.
You're right, Brian Manili of Oregon. Yeah. Of Big Bus, Oregon. We hear you. And available on DVD and Blu-ray right there next to your head.
That one.
No.
That
Batman
one.
Beyond. Keep
that one.
There you go. It's behind Batman Beyond. He's
blocking.
Terry.
He's like, don't look.
Don't look at
don't
this.
Look.
My wings are out. Don't look at this. Everyone knows what we're talking about.
Yeah,
if you'd like to follow along, you can head over to watchtowerdatabase.com/resources. Links in the show notes. This episode, Splicers, first aired Saturday, September 18th, 1999. What's funny? Oh, the Dan Reba drawing? Yeah. I think I've mentioned on the podcast, Dan Reba sent me Batman the Animated Series fruit snacks from like 1995, and he included a drawing of Batman holding a dead Robin that says, you read it.
Oh, Robin, why did you eat those expired fruit snacks? I know they looked tasty, but now you are dead.
There's like a sunset in the back. It's so dramatic.
Dan's amazing.
He just like included a drawing with it. Like, cool. All
that
right.
needs to be also matted.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Although you don't have a lot of margin there for the speech bubble, but you'll make it work.
I did it once. Yeah. I'll do it again.
Do you custom cut the window? Nobody cares about this.
Yes,
this was half an hour after our last episode, The Demon Reborn. Aired number 14, produced number 16. Writer is Evan Dorkin and Sarah Dyer, who previously wrote Livewire, Monkey Fun, and Little Girl Lost, which is not Groma Panis. It's Supergirl. This is
that shouldn't be funny.
It is, though. This is Evan Dorkin, Sarah Dyer's final writing credits for the DCAU. It's their last one.
Uh-oh.
The director is Kurt Gaeta. The music is Michael McQuistion. The animation is Coco/Dong. Yang, buy us a coffee. Head over to the link in the description to send us a Yoppie Bev and support the show. We'll give you a shout out in an upcoming episode. We'll also plug your shit, and we'll do a push-up for every $1. Send us coffee for our health and your entertainment. Please be sure to take a look at our membership levels to send us Yoppie Bevs on a monthly basis.
If you want to be like, holy
Dylan
crap,
Pollock.
cool,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and help us
Pretty
make
shway.
this show, because the calculations of like ad revenue to amount of time spent on this, that doesn't look
Low.
very good.
Yeah, we were just talking about
really
this.
doesn't look good. So if you can,
you can submit episodes for us to revisit. You can join us for virtual hangouts.
And what's the lowest?
$2.
Okay, $2 a month.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's not even a normal one Yoppie Bev on the website.
That's
so you
50
can do
cents.
that.
That's 50 cents a week. You can find that on the ground.
Yeah. I found a penny in the movie theater parking lot the day that it was announced that pennies were being discontinued.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is treasure.
I've actually thought about going to the bank and being like, give me $20 in pennies.
I need all your pennies. I'm worried what you heard is I would like a lot of pennies. What I said was, give me all the pennies that you have. Today's Yoppie Bebs come to us from, drumroll please.
Oh, he's doing
paradiddles over in this shit. I have to scroll past all this stupid stuff. Let's see here. They come to us from Kyle.
Hey, we just sang happy birthday to Kyle's kid. You remember that?
We did do that. It says, Brian told me to buy another coffee. James, please message me and I can give the most up-to-date plug for the film Realists. I didn't look at this ahead of time. I'll do it right now.
It was, oh, God.
Sinners
Come
again.
On. No, that was really good. It was...
Yeah. We are doing your coffee.
Well, what was
Gimme
the one that just came out yesterday?
I don't know. I just now watched Captain America Brave New World and plan to listen to Kyle's review of it on the Film Realists podcast, okay?
Yeah.
He bought a Yoppie Bev, so all we have to do is 5 push-ups.
Last of Us. Last of Us season 2.
Whoa! The Last of Us to listen to it. Don't be.
But that's also now, that's the most recent one for us in this timeline.
True.
But when the thing comes
like
out
3 weeks later. So I don't know. I mean, there's no way.
We can always ask. We can always just plug it in.
Right now?
Right now.
Next week is 28 years later and Elio. The following week is Formula 1, or as we say up here, Formula 1.
That sounds amazing.
Kyle, you fucking legend.
Hopefully we get Kyle to submit a voice message that said just this, and then we just put that in there. It says exactly that. Okay, let's do 5 push-ups.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Brian I thought he was going to keep going. Sometimes Brian keeps going because he's like, I'm strong.
Look at my guns.
Guy. Do you want to open Keen's letter?
I think you want to, because
it's a happy birthday for me specifically. Yeah. Usually it's things for everybody.
Yeah.
I think Keen should know by now that we read these on the podcast, but every time we do that, I think like he wrote this nice personal message just for us, and we're just going like, hey, everybody, listen to this shit that Keen said. It's a Batman card. It says it's birthday time. Hope it's awesome. And then he wrote, and Keen. Happy birthday, James. Wishing you a wonderful day. And year ahead, keep it keen. Thank you, Keen. Aww. That's all I needed. It's actually like pretty cool, yeah.
I like that he's
doing like a Wakanda blocking. Forever. Yeah. And then he opens his arms. He's so happy, too.
That's great.
It's pretty cool. I like
Keen,
that
where do you find these cards,
know.
My dude?
So I'm glad that you didn't do the full like wax seal Christmas thing, because I always feel so bad opening those.
I know, right?
So thank you for not doing it. Okay, you want to watch Splicers?
You know I do.
Okay.
I also want to take a selfie with you and a couple of
Cokes
beverages.
Oh. You want to do Coke with me? Bye.
What did you just do to me, Cuvier?
Why, you've been spliced, of course. With a little something I prepared just in case Gotham's self-appointed defender ever fluttered into my business. You see, splicing isn't just style, Batman. It's lifestyle. Something that will literally change the world.
Have you considered checking into Arkham for a little R&R, Doc? Because quite frankly, you're nuts.
You're welcome to your opinions for the short time you'll be human enough to have them.
All right, Cuvier. Call your freaks off D.A. Young, or so help me out.
What's the matter, Batman? Not feeling quite yourself? Don't worry about the D.A. He's dead meat. And so are you. It won't matter. It's too late for you to save Young or yourself.
We're doing a plug for Coca-Cola. How stupid is that?
Share a Coke with. We found share a Coke with Brian. Share a Coke with James.
It took us forever to find a James.
Yeah, well, first we found BRYAN, and we were like, "Fuck that!" And then we just picked two. You picked Jordan out, and I was looking for like a Dylan or a Kyle or something, and then
no, just Jordan.
A Ryan,
Ariana,
yeah. There was all these names that weren't that.
Jorge,
and then we finally found Brian with
Cynthia,
an I, and then the James as we were leaving. So nice. I shared it to the Discord server.
Wait, say someone's random name.
Tip Tapricot.
I meant. Oh, that's great.
Michael.
Oh my God! If there was a Tip Tapricot Coke.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a Michael that we passed by. Hey Brian, we watched Splicers. There was a dog. Can you please tell me what happened in it?
Yeah, I can tell you what happened.
Okay, hang on a second.
Okay, so first,
hang on.
Oh,
the song plays. But then you do it after the song.
Okay, after the song?
Yeah. When the song is done playing, we're such assholes.
We are.
The short summary, which is sometimes kind of long.
Thank you so much, Cooney, for that song. We love it. You can talk over the top of it. Would that be a funny joke if we did that?
This is another one of those things where, like, talking about people listening to the podcast, we're like, that's not real. Like, we have people out there in the world. Like, I never met Cooney. I don't think you met Cooney.
No,
who just like
selflessly give themselves to the podcast.
Just like make us like really. Please put the cap on that. By the way, Janie.
No. Okay. I put it so far away from the soundboard, though.
Yeah, but you're going to flail.
What happened in the episode?
Okay. Splicers. In a nutshell, scientists...
This is me in a nutshell.
No.
How did I get into this nutshell?
No, we're not doing Austin Powers.
Oh, man. I just bought all 3 Austin Powers movies on Blu-ray today. It's on the top of the Blu-ray stack. No. Yeah, just throw a gold member away. Exactly. Oh, it's cool that you have both Austin Powers movies. Anyway.
In a nutshell.
Yes.
Scientists have found out a way to splice animal genes into human genes, but only in a sexy and powerful way. So that's good.
A true Shimayruh.
Oh my God. If they said Shimayruh one more time, I was going to lose it.
The first time they said it, I thought, did they say Shimayruh? And no, I must have heard it wrong. And then the second time, they definitely said Shimayruh. And then, now you witness a true Shimayruh. I'm like, what the fuck's a true Shimayruh? I don't think that exists at all. But
there you go. That's what the subtitle of our podcast is going to be. A true Shimayruh, but it's spelled SHIM. I don't know.
AYRAH.
Yeah.
RUH. Yeah, something like that.
Shimayruh. Yeah, RUH.
Yeah. Shimayruh? Well, okay, I'm completely
Wait, let me finish.
Yeah, okay.
In the sexy and powerful way, whatever. Bruce and Terry are out to stop it. Then Bruce takes the railgun from Helldivers, makes it an anti-gene splicer.
It's on my wall.
It is on your wall. And the end. The dog lives.
The dog lives. They should put.
Fuck.
Isn't that a website? You've talked about that? Yeah. You need to put the.
It's called Does the Dog Die?
Batman Beyond Season 2 Splicers on doesthedogdie.com or whatever.
Also, just a quick plug for that website. It sounds kind of morbid. I think it is really good for people who can't process things. But it now is more than that.
Oh.
Like there's a couple of horror things that I like really, really can't deal with. So whenever I get a suggestion for a horror movie, I'll check it out on there because it's like, not just dog. It's
I don't
like,
want to be scared.
Not even like scared, but like other things. Like if you are like impacted by these things.
Yeah, IMDb,
trigger warnings essentially.
Yeah, IMDb has that, but it's all written by like Christian moms. So it's just like a bunch of like, this one had people kissing. So if you're not comfortable with that kind of thing, I'm like,
which is like maybe helpful for some people.
I suppose so. Whatever. The official synopsis. Terry goes undercover to expose a scientist who is using advanced gene manipulation, splicing, to give animal traits to humans in a sexy and powerful way. No,
wow, no way!
In order to create the perfect gang of teenage henchmen. I don't think that was really the
That doesn't seem like that was his goal at all. No.
He was trying to do Gotham City things, evil things.
So at the end, when Terry's spoiler alert.
Oh.
Spoiler
Man,
alert.
if you haven't watched this episode, what are you doing, Scott Steele? If you still listen to this, text me.
Hi, Scotty. I found it kind of funny that like when Terry's like de-splicing people with the Helldivers 2 railgun,
they go,
look it up, by the
3
way.
seconds.
Well, not just that, but you're like, the first one is the snake guy. And this dude's like extra long arms, like really lean and kind of like snaky and long neck.
He's doing
face
snaky avoiding things. Yeah.
But like Terry shoots him with the thing. Yeah. There's a 3-second transformation and it is like, he changes his character skin in the video game.
Yeah.
Homeboy, he's still long and lanky. His neck is twice as long as anybody else's.
Like that already.
Yeah,
he was set up to be a snake in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was made for snake. I was meant for snake.
Slightly different teeth, but like.
Well, all of them kind of did that. I like that the goat guy, was he supposed to be a goat, but he made cow noises?
That was the best.
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing that would have made it better if it was a Wilhelm screaming. Yeah, just hear like a
as he's falling. Yeah.
What was that sound?
Mooing. Oh my God. Check out JTS Entertainment. What's that sound? Parts 1 through 6 or something. They're each like 30 seconds long. Anyway, yeah, when he de-cows, I like how he gets like a beer gut also. Like the cow DNA like made him strong, look better. And then he's all frumpy afterwards. Like there were some differences. But yeah, the snake guy's skin color didn't even change. He stayed like greenish too. Yeah. I was like, what's happening? Are you okay? Are you sick? What's
Can we talk about your kidneys real quick? Or your liver?
I was jaundiced, but at least I'm also a snake now.
A snake. That is
My name's John Dis. I was gonna
that's so dumb.
Thank you. I don't have much to add to this Shimayruh talk, but I was gonna say that I think it's Warcraft 3 had chimeras. And they also said it differently in that they said like chimeras or something like that. And then Full Metal Alchemist, I think, says chimeras. Chimeras. They were in their era.
No, Jamie, no.
Yeah. Man, Warcraft 3. That was
episode 169.
Yeah. I don't even know where that button is anymore. I've lost track completely.
Fine.
Yeah, I don't need it. But yeah, I just thought that whole time, like, oh, maybe chimera is one of those like ancient Greek words that nobody actually knows how to say. But I've just heard it so many times in Full Metal Alchemist said chimera.
Dude, we all know it's actually supposed to be chamumu.
Oh, yeah. That's why he went, I'm a cow.
Just, I'm a chamumu.
I'm a chamumu too. What the snake version?
Chamumu too. Electric boogaloo.
Boogamoo.
Oh. Chamumu too.
That's also the subtitle. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Who knows?
I think this episode was like legitimately frightening at certain point. Like, I think
there was some body horror going on.
They did a good job. Like I was kind of worried that you would be like, oh, man bat shit. Like, because they don't specifically say like, oh, he's a man bat. Like Bruce never says like, I've dealt with this before or anything to that sort. But he put it out of his memory. He's like, that's a bad episode. Yeah. Remember that blimp? Terrible time.
The camera angles, what is that? We just wasted so much time.
Everyone hates this episode. For the record, only Brian doesn't like it. I'm still a good person. But yeah,
why did that sound like what did Joe say earlier about the like, doctors hate this one trick?
Doctors hate it for this one simple trick, turning into Man Bat Beyond. But when
Oh, Man Bat Beyond?
Thanks, man. I just came up with that myself.
That maybe should be the subtitle.
I don't think so.
Batman Beyond?
No, but I like the other ones we've said. I like them better. I've already forgot what they were. Yeah, sliders.
Chamumu?
Chamumu.
Sliders.
Chamumu. The cow that's hard to get.
Oh, God, don't. No Music Manning here.
I was Family Guying, but maybe that's from Music Man.
Yeah, it is.
It sure is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I realized that till just now, even though I've seen Music Man many times. Do you like the Matthew Broderick version? Because that's the wrong answer.
I'm trying to put my hand on your shoulder just to say, James, you're dumb.
Oh, no. Chamumu. What I was trying to say was, the Batcave scene where Terry Manbat shows up and he's like, help me. And then like, it's just, he's kind of messed up. And then he throws the like Batman mask and it's, his head actually looks like that shit. What the fuck? And the whole, like, just, it's also a very creepy lead up with like, something's wrong with him. Get out of there. And then the dog growling at nothing and that kind of stuff. Like that was, I don't remember that scene actually being that
Is
spooky.
That you?
Yeah.
No, it was pretty spooky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I was legitimately scared.
I was legitimately spooked.
We liked the episode, I think. We're just being asshole, goofy guys.
I enjoyed the episode. Mm-hmm. There was some of it that I was like, I actually really didn't like.
Oh, wait, do you want to do 1 minute of hate? Is this one where we liked the episode, so we do a minute of hate? Or do you have enough to say? It's kind of the trend lately. Okay.
I mean, right. Do you want to do a minute of hate?
I don't know. Just depending on how hateful you were about to get. Whether it fits into a minute.
For me, I don't think it's going to be a full minute.
Okay.
But the thing that kind of like, I felt like myself starting to lose it was like the beginning of the boss battle.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'm an eagle, snake, bear fish.
That's what like a true chimera actually is that what, like eagle, snake, something else. I don't remember. Lion,
Tia
I think?
and chimera.
Tia chimera. I never even told you except I'm a bat. I never even told you I'm man bat. Sorry about that.
But it's funny that I just kind of like, I don't know, for whatever reason, they're like, oh, this is the big reveal. What is he now? Because he's been like shooting himself up with all these animal part things.
Yeah. But then he gets all Akirid.
Well, I mean, but at the start, and he's just like the fucking whatever he is thing.
Snake Hawk Man.
Axolotl.
Hawk.
Groundhog.
Axolotl groundhog, they call
platypus. Toad. It's just like, okay, what? And now it's hard to fight him, and he's got him in his grip, and what's he gonna do? Like that to me was like the least interesting part of the episode. But then when Terry's like, ha-ha, and just starts stabbing him with like at least a dozen more animal parts, and you just sit there going like, wait, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
And then he turns into this fucking monstrosity with he's going crab which checks out scientifically.
Crab chimera.
Crab shampoo.
I am Crablante. He says. He basically was,
Yeah, but that was cool because it was just, he starts like pulsing, getting weird and
gross.
gray.
Like the way his like, well, this is a Keen thing, but the way his like shoulder starts like expanding first and it kind of like ripples down his arm. What's happening? And it's like bursting out of himself and
Why
stuff.
didn't he like Terry was doing all that stuff
and he's just going, ow, ow.
And he's just like, what? He like literally brushes them off. He's like, that's no problem.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he have any reaction to that? That's kind of a...
He's like the inventor of the goop and that's put in him. And he's just like, this will be fine. And what's happening? What's happening is what you should have expected to happen. Why did you not think this would happen?
Yeah.
But it was still cool. I do agree, though, that like, I think I mentioned this a couple episodes ago that like, it seems lately that every episode has to end with like, and then the building blows up. And that's how they stop the guy is that then the thing blows up. And it's like, that does happen a lot, but this time felt like for the first time in a while that like, yeah, that's how you stop this guy. This giant, like disgusting behemoth monster.
I thought Terry was just going to shoot him
with a gun.
just a regular gun.
It was kind of interesting seeing Batman walking around with a big gun and it's like just part of the episode. Like, take this gun.
That gun over there?
That Bruce Wayne's holding. Yeah.
Yeah.
The keyhole pee hole. That's what Joe was talking about last time. You see it now? That's the official name of the gun.
I do see it. I do see it now. Yeah. Wow. Thanks, Joe.
It's funny, though, that animation cell, we bought a few of those a few years ago and distributed them among the team. And there was one from the Roxy Rocket episode, but it had like a Flintstones background. And there was one from Critters, but it had a Dexter's Laboratory background. Like none of the backgrounds match the thing. Mine is the only one that actually has the correct background.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. It was like coincidental that I ended up with it. Like I chose that one and then we just went, oh yeah, I guess that actually is where he's standing. That's the actual Bat computer and not just like, why is Townsville behind him or some shit? You know? When was Bruce Wayne walking around Townsville with a giant gun?
It's canon.
Yeah. I'm here to kill the Powerpuff Girls. The mayor. Whoa. The cast of the episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Will Friedle as Terry McGinnis / Batman / Man-Bat. Kevin Conroy as Bruce Wayne. Ian Buchanan as Dr. Cuvier. He was previously Connor in Old Wounds, who was Joker's like guy that Batman tails back to his house and Robin's like, hey, not in front of his family. I'm quitting being Robin. But I don't remember what else we said that actor did because he, as soon as he started talking in the episode, you looked at me like, is this a guy I know?
Yeah. Thank you for reading that expression.
Yeah. Well,
it might have been that I like whip pan to you, put my fingers on my chin, stroked it and said,
you held up a Wile E. Coyote sign that said, what actor is that? I've started reading you pretty well at this point. He will also be back as one more major villain later. We have Cree Summer as Max, who was the pink-haired girl at the start that was like talking to Dana about stuff. And also Tigress, she voices the girl that's a tiger girl. Cree Summer was previously Rain Song in The Hand of Fate. I'm a psychic outside the Daily Planet, and I know how to find Dr. Fate. Go find him. Ice Maiden #2 in Cold Comfort, and Natasha Irons in Heavy Metal. Hey, steals my uncle or whatever. That's what she said. I'm going to try to like give you reminders with quotes from the actual episode.
I do appreciate it.
Ice-T as Ramrod.
No fucking way.
This is his only DCAU acting credit.
Oh, that's so
I don't know if I have
sad.
to explain who Ice-T is.
Not going back to being a nobody.
He's Finn in 551 episodes of Law & Order SVU. Holy shit. Balix in Borderlands 3. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
I did. He gets turned into a teddy bear and his wife is a spaceship. It is so funny. Ice-T playing a teddy bear who's been like he's like scorned by his lover. It's a very good part of the game. J-Bone in Johnny Mnemonic is another thing he did. Oh wow. Haven't seen that one in a long
T-Saint
time.
in Tank Girl, which also starred Lori Petty, who plays Livewire. Radiotron Rapper in Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, the origin of that subtitle.
No fucking way.
Which we've already made the joke in this episode.
Holy shit.
And he was the voice of Tanzi and played himself in Duckman, Private Dick.
Oh, it's been a hot minute.
It sure has. He's also, of course, iced tea. He's also a drink that you enjoy on a hot summer's eve. Tim Dang as King Cobra. What a name to have. Dang, Tim, you King Cobra. He played Yan-Ra in one episode of Avatar, who is the Fire Nation soldier who kills... Spoilers for Avatar. Sorry. Fu in the live-action Full Metal Alchemist movies, which I've not seen at all and don't plan to. And he played Prince Maurice in one episode of Night Court. So there you go. And then we have all the other people. Stockard Channing as Barbara Gordon. Paul Winfield as Sam Young. Yvette Lowenthal as Chelsea. Lauren Tom as Dana. Terry Garr as Mary McGinnis. Ryan O'Donohue as Matt McGinnis. Fuck that little kid. And Mark Jonathan Davis, Richard Cheese as Virtual Newsman.
Called it.
Yeah. Yeah, when he started talking, you just like, that's Richard Cheese. Like you knew immediately.
Yeah.
It's the way he speaks. It's very, you can hear the like.
He just starts off going, oh shit.
Yeah.
I know that one.
Every news report. Yeah. Oh, this one's Richard Cheese. Not everyone does that the correct way. Did you like Mary McGinnis's little heart ankle tattoo? And she's like, oh, wait, that's nothing or whatever.
Okay, so I know we've had a few conversations about the like progressiveness of a lot of these shows, especially considering the year, but still like what year was it? This is early.
This is 99.
99. Yeah. Like we're not even into the 2000s. And that was still a time where it was like, I don't know, you got tattoos. You're kind of like a ne'er-do-well or whatever people were saying
like
in 1999.
With a moo cow or something.
But it was cooler. She's like, it's nothing. It's just like a harmless tattoo. And
it
like
doesn't count.
For a parent to be saying that at that time is like, that's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Now we just got to get Jamie to get a tattoo.
I know. I got twibs for you.
Give me some twibs.
According to episode co-writer Evan Dorkin.
I'm sorry, do the voice, please.
According to episode
co-writer. Stop doing the voice, please.
Evan Dorkin. In the original script, Cuvier was intended to be the son of a lab assistant of Kirk Langstrom, the Man-Bat. And they didn't do that. They didn't connect him to anything. According to James Tucker on the episode commentary, during the final fight with Cuvier, Ace the dog originally ripped a chunk of flesh from the villain's hulking, grotesque body, but censors requested the shot be retaken to exclude the ripped piece in Ace's mouth.
Oh, come on. That makes sense why he had the like weird potato
flap,
chip.
Yeah, the like skin flap.
The skin chip.
I was listening to the commentary for this for our latest video just to see if there was anything I could pull from it. And Andrea Romano, the voice director, keeps talking, and I think it must be from this like missing shot or whatever, but she keeps talking about like, oh yeah, like it was all hairy and it was so disgusting. So even if they said even if the network was like, we're fine with it, like they might have pulled it anyway because it's like, ew, gross.
That's cool. Good for them.
Cuvier's name may be a nod to Georges. How do you do Georges with an S at the end in French, man?
Georges?
Sure, Cuvier, a French naturalist who helped pioneer the science of taxonomy, classifying plants and animals into species. So that's kind of cool.
Cool.
Per a Bruce Timm forum post, Cuvier is modeled after actor Conrad Veidt, who starred in many German silent films in the 20th century. The character Gwynplaine, which he played in the 1928 film The Man Who Laughs, was also one of the inspirations for the Joker. Yep, you're pointing to a Batman Who Laughs action figure on my wall. Good job, Brian. You get a cookie. It came out of somewhere. I'm not going to say where. That's the sound it makes.
James has palm cookies. Yes, pops them out.
Palm, yes. The character of Max, pink-haired girl, was introduced into the series to meet the demands of the WB network, who wanted another young teenage girl to be part of the cast as a means to widen the series' female entry point. She'll be back. Female entry point was not the best choice of words for anyone to say, including myself. Terry calls Ace Wonder Dog. This is when we were talking about something. We were trying to figure out... Oh, I think maybe it was one of the Shimayruh things. I don't know. It was when they're standing in the alleyway and he's like, okay, Wonder Dog, this thing and that thing.
Yeah.
It's possibly a reference to the pet Wonder Dog of Marvin and Wendy in the 1970s Super Friends cartoon, or possibly a reference to Ace the Wonder Dog, a German shepherd that acted in several films from 1938 to 1946. So that's neat. That's a real thing. When Cuvier's hideout at the end explodes, shots from the new Batman Adventures episode Torch Song are spliced in to add to the explosion. Spliced? Oh my God. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I did notice the shots though. You see that like close up of monster Cuvier going, and then the top of the building explodes, and then it cuts to shots of like garage doors being blown out one by one. That's just from Torch Song. They're like, we need more. Put in this modern day building in the thing. And then last I've got, I saved this for last. I thought it'd make you mad, but maybe it wouldn't. According to the episode commentary, Will Friedle was given a copy of the BTAS episode On Leather Wings to help his performance as Man-Bat. I don't really understand that one either, because Man-Bat didn't like talk or say human things. He was just composed completely of like stock animal noises. So I'm not really sure why they would do that. But
also, like, maybe just trust your voice actor to be
I
able
don't
to
think
behave
you can do
as
a monster bat guy
as your character being transformed into a bat.
Yeah. Well, and also like I think that might have been my least favorite part of the episode, and it's not too far down, but it's when the Splicers show up at Barbara Gordon's house, and she's like, I could give you a blowjob to her boyfriend. And
she literally says that.
She says that in the episode. It was shocking. They burst in, and then Batman comes in, is fighting him, and he's making these like, oh my God, sounds as he's transforming slowly.
And you're like, that sounds like Man-Bat.
No, I think that it was just the least like well done voice acting of the whole thing. Was just they didn't add enough effects to it or something like that. It was just very raw. Will Friedle going, it just like felt really out of place. Like
they should just added like a flange and an echo.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to really
they need
drive
like
it home.
Delay 0.25, something like that.
Like a slap back delay.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. That's probably
you do.
Why is it called that?
Because of
it's
the
like
way
you're slapping someone on the back.
Well, so there's like
go,
there's all these different types. You don't need to know about the different types of echoes and
I do
stuff. Do you?
Yeah.
Well, in the same way, in a similar fashion that there's like plate reverbs and spring reverbs and all these things, like a slap back delay is
the slap chop delay.
Well, it's like
you're gonna love my nuts.
It's the way. It's like the characteristic of the echo.
Okay.
You know, and there's just different ones that have different.
This one sounds like a back slap.
It sounds like you're being slapped in the back.
Wow.
Keen. Ooh.
Keen to be slapped in the back like that. I like when electricity goes through Big Monster. I like when whatever Splicer throws I think it's the Tiger Girl. She throws Batman at like a wire and it's hanging, and then he's blue electricity. That was Keen. That's what he said. I'm gonna give Barbara Gordon's boyfriend a blowjob. He said that in the episode. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Shocking. I really liked the bit, even though the dog was in danger, when Ace is like knocked out on the floor, laying in the puddle of we don't know what, but it turns out it's flammable liquid.
Yeah, whatever it is.
The fire following the path of flammable liquid was actually awesome.
The sparks or the embers kind of landing in it was good.
So Keen.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the animation was Keen. Like this card I got from Keen.
It says it right, like here.
Yes. You're pointing to the ampersand, but it was close. Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Yeah. Parentheses ampersand. Whoa! Parentheses ampersand. New segment. What else was Keen in this? The music was good, but it wasn't standing out in a good or bad way. It just kind of existed. Mm-hmm. But I did like the creepiness of the approaching the Batcave-ness scene. Batcaveness. I like this isn't a Keen thing, but it was funny the way Bruce Wayne was like at the start of the episode. This guy looks like a bad guy. I have a feeling we're going to end up punching him at some point. And then throughout the episode, he's just preparing. He's at like a chemistry table, like, I'm going to have to do this. And then Terry shows up as Man-Bat. I fucking knew it, man. I knew this shit was going to happen. Like, he's just something weird's happening in Gotham. I think we're going to get wrapped up into it somehow. He's just aware.
Yep.
We are Mystery Incorporated after all. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, actually, this is kind of a Keen thing. I appreciated that you said it too. It was like German angles or whatever. When
Dutch angles. Yeah,
you said German.
I did,
but I didn't think you meant Dutch, or maybe it was a joke.
Do you know the origin of Dutch angle?
Well, what?
You know what a Dutch angle is? We've talked about this a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a bastardization of Deutsch angle.
Oh,
the German word for Germany. It's a German thing, not a Dutch thing.
Why do we say it wrong then?
Because America.
Fuck. Yeah, I hate this country.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ace and Batman running through the alleyway or whatever, and jumping over stuff. Every single camera angle that it would cut to, any other like animation company or maybe even episode would have had just like a straight on side profile of them running through the thing. And then this one was like, we're looking down from a rooftop and they hop over the thing. Now we're on the ground looking up and they hop over the camera and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, cool. The only thing that was a little weird was Ace running over the camera, like plotting a little bit. Was animated kind of strangely, but I didn't. But they're making some effort. Yeah, they were like it was.
They tried. Nice. Like the animation was great, and it's just the show, right?
Yeah,
they just do good on the show.
Good. We got Jordan Blumen's musical minute.
Hey, music.
I like it.
If you will let me.
In line at
Universal
Now
over
Studios.
to the musical moment from the Isle of Burke at Epic Universal, because I'm on my honeymoon. But Jamie said that we're still doing 5 more episodes, so I'm recording them here.
Thank you, Ryan.
So for Splicers,
Ryan.
I love the big clock chime sound for Matt's prank toward the beginning. I thought that was fun. I love the super dark, chords when Terry's getting spliced. Very ominous music. Obviously, the standard cool grooves for fight scenes. But then when Terry shows up as a bat and fights with Bruce, just straight up horror movie music. Some of the coolest stuff in a while. All the vocals and like dissonant like synth stuff. I thought that was really cool. And obviously a really cool groove going on when Terry's chasing Ace through the streets. I want that on my playlist. Never apologize for loving your fandom and try to stay optimistic.
I see now why you said thank you, Ryan, because of all the background noise.
Yeah!
Yes, thank you. It took me the entire voice message. I'm like, Ryan, how dare you? I want it to be known first. I did ask Jordan to not do these. First, I asked him to do them, and then I was, your honeymoon, don't do them. So don't. He said like, James made me do them. What a fucking guy. But yeah,
James is a piece of shit. We all know this. But I'm digging the Jordan on location.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, in the car.
We all get to experience his honeymoon.
We're all on our honeymoon with Jordan. It's so nice. We're all on our honeymoon with Jordan. Where's Clayface? Big crab monster.
Yeah, the transition between
the
Boss 1 and Boss 2.
yeah. In between Snakehawk and Crab Lante. Somewhere in there is Clayface. Batman's usefulness.
What did Batman do? Did he get a 10 or only a 2? I really gotta know. Tell me now. What is Batman's usefulness? Now.
I like to imagine some neighbor is like listening in on this, and I just go, Batman's usefulness, and then we sit in silence, just kind of just rocking out to nothing. What is happening?
That sounds
great. These guys think they're really cool.
We should just take the microphones and headphones like somewhere out in public tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not like actually recording anything.
We're just going to pretend.
But just pretend and just see what we can get people to do. And like, over to the musical minute. And then we just sit there.
Yeah.
Like one hand.
Okay, can you please tell me what happens in the episode? And we're just like dancing like we always do. Yeah. People walking by. Do they know their mics aren't plugged into anything?
We're just holding the mic cables in front of the microphones, staring at them.
The mics are like plugged into our pants or something. Like they're not actually.
That could give us people like, it's plugged into their phones or something.
I suppose.
Batman's usefulness.
Yeah.
Bow.
Bow. What's Man-Bat's usefulness? And it's pretty good. He killed the dog or something.
No, he didn't.
I'll mention real quick. You were like, I think legitimately concerned the dog was going to die for a sec, because when he bursts in and starts fighting it, you were like, like it was not like a get him dog. It was like, oh no, they're gonna kill the dog.
Yeah,
but then it was cute at the end because the dog likes him now. They're like buddies now. You were holding it in. Why would you share a Coke with James on the podcast? I'm sitting here drinking it too. I give Batman. I mean, he did good, and then he fucked up and got turned into a bat, and then he did good again.
Yeah, so it's kind of a middle of the road-ish, I think.
6.
I was thinking 6.
6. I forgot to mention in Keen Effects how when Batman is like attached to the big
the restraints, they're having a kink party.
Yeah, and then he tries to pull his hand out of it, and the like digital motherboardy shit on his arm goes like, nope, I'm attached digitally to this too.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
Okay. I'm gonna give him a 6.7.
Okay.
Limbs on Crablante plus a stinger thing
the weird
that gets stuck in his own back.
Weird stinger thing. Yeah. Like it's like a stinger with like a tumor in it. It's like a weird little sack.
He's gloopy.
He is gloopy.
He's gloopy glorpy.
He's a gloopy guy. He has horrible teeth.
Horrible. He's got. I thought he was gonna like try to like chew Batman or she's trying to put somebody in his mouth.
Yeah.
Just some passerby.
Something, yeah.
And I thought he was legitimately going to try to chew him, but he like
his
Batman was going to
break.
He's either going to break or he's going to chew and do nothing, or he's going to be between a gap in the teeth.
It turns out they just look like teeth, but they're like rubber because he's all fucked up. Yeah. Oh no, what have you done to me? I can't even eat now. And I look like this?
I'm not pretty.
Do you think he's coming back? You think he blew up and died?
Of course he's coming back.
I don't actually remember. I don't think he does. But anyway. What? Thoughts of the week with Dylan Pollock.
Coming up next, it's another guest appearance from our favorite visiting superhero.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Probably not audible at all. We did the Predator handshake.
And it was only slightly awkward because of the distance of the table and around the microphones, but it was fine. We did
you son of a bitch, you're too far away. This is Dylan Pollock Splicers.
It's time to talk to with Dylan Pollock on Splicers, or
what's up, bitches? I'm a man cheater.
I just feel like I need my best Alex Jones impression to be like, try to splice the youth.
I can't hear it. I was like, what is this quote? It's perfect.
What is that from?
Always Sunny.
Oh, yeah.
I used it in a video recently.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm a man cheater. You want some of this or whatever?
Good pull, Dylan.
You want to do something? Yeah.
I just feel like I need my best Alex Jones impression to be like, they're trying to splice the youth. Keep splicers out of what's in the bathrooms. I feel like splicing was supposed to be more about drugs, but it does come off as they're not inherently harming anyone. In fact, it's Terry that starts talking trash with the splicer on the train. Like, at first, the splicers kind of just feel like, there's nothing wrong with them. They just, I don't know, they want to do this. It's only later in when they make a specific comment about aggression and stuff like that I guess it's bad, but at first I'm like, why is this a problem? Also, man, Bat's back. Also, this is one of the episodes that we can all agree Ace rules and is adorable. And once again, Terry forgets in this episode they can fly. Just stay in the air away from these splicers who all cannot fly. Also, I think I had mixed this up with the winning edge because he does force this guy to OD and he goes all Akira freaky by just stabbing all the splicing stuff into him. Also, there would have been no story reason for it, but it would have been cool if at the very end when Terry walks into the shadow, his shadow turns into a bat. I just felt like that was the way this episode was going to go.
He needs a swinging light.
Do you know how the question of the week is going to go? James' favorite part?
I think we know.
If you had to be spliced with an animal, what animal would you want to be spliced with? And for what ability? I love you. Bye-bye.
Let it be known Brian predicted that before we started recording. I think it was when Dana's looking through the options and you're like, what animal would you be spliced with, Jimmy? That's what Dylan's question is going to be, I bet you, or whatever. So we knew.
Dylan, you're getting predictable.
Except we had all that time to think of an answer. I don't know. I guess it'd be cool to have something with claws because I feel like I'm always trying to like scratch a itch I can't scratch or like pick at a thing I can't quite get because I keep my nails pretty dang short. Yeah. I don't have a better answer than that, but it does remind me of a keen thing we forgot to mention, which was the missing claw. That
was such good continuity, as we forgot and then
insert word. Yeah, Brian couldn't think of that, and I didn't know what he was trying to say, but we got it.
I kept trying to say canon. I'm like, that's not the word. The continuity of big boy, batty boy breaking off a claw into Terry.
Yeah.
And then later it being, I thought it was just bubblegum on Terry's outfit. I'm like, what is this? Bubblegum.
The DNA is on this. I can finally do the thing. Well, yeah, I had like that was a cool detail when you pointed that out at first because Cuvier is like, evil bad guy pose with my hand. And he has a missing claw.
Yeah.
And you're like, cool detail. And then like, a while later,
like 15 minutes later,
Bruce is like, what's this? It's a claw in your suit. It was like, oh, that was actually on purpose. It wasn't just a little thing. Yeah. It also, Dylan's message reminded me before you answer with your answer, giving me more time to think, I guess, is that we had that bit with, you want me to call a doctor? Or a vet. Like he took so long and he was just like doing a like shit-eating little or a vet. And you made the joke of, you want me to call a doctor? All the splicers leave the train and he, or a vet. Like, shit, they're already gone. God damn it. My punchline is ruined.
No, I think he would still roll with it. He's like, you want me to call a doctor? Everything happens. It's just him on the train.
Well, there were other people there. They would have heard.
Yeah. Well,
so witty, Batman. I mean, Terry.
in my perfect world, everybody has left the train and it's just like him on a dark train.
Yeah.
Or a vet.
Yeah, he waits till it gets shut down at the end of the day. Everything's dark. Yeah. Oh, God damn it. I blacked out again.
I think he'd still be proud. He's like too stupid.
Yeah. What's your answer to splice animal?
Okay. I kind of think like some kind of like forest cat would be cool, like a bobcat or a cougar or
kind
something like that.
At night too.
The see at night thing, the being able to like disembowel people like at any point in time.
Disembowel my enemies or my friends.
Either that or a duck. Because I just really want to.
No, don't give an answer. No. Oh no! I just wanted you to enter. Oh, I just want to be a duck
or a duck. Duck
you want to
man.
you want to be one of two animals with weird penises. I wish my dick had bombs or was a corkscrew. Okay, Brian. Hey, Dr. Cuvier, can you do something weird to my dick? I suppose.
Could you just give me an injection right in the nethers, please?
Sam Young is up on City Hall. We will not allow Dr. Cuvier to fuck up our dicks anymore.
Hey, DA, look at my duck dick.
Don't you want one of these? This is so cool.
Why would you not want? Look at this. It's like a spring.
And Barbara Gordon goes, oh, I can give you a corkscrew, she said. Okay.
You didn't answer.
I did. I said I like to have claws. I don't know what kind of animal that is.
Oh,
but I'll be a cat too.
Think of what? No, that's mine.
Okay.
Except for the dick part.
You can have that.
Yellowfin tuna.
Yeah, those have claws. Okay.
Books or hip hop?
Hip hop, because Ice-T.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, that's like the only time that has like. Well, Eminem was in this episode. So. Okay, top 10 Batman. I think definitely
top
for me.
10
Batman Beyond.
Batman. I think definitely
for me. I just don't know where yet.
Okay.
You know, I think I'm putting this at number 6.
Really?
Which is above A Touch of Curare, Blackout, Disappearing Ink, Spellbound, and Ascension. Mostly because, and now it kicks Ascension off. I barely knew ye. Yeah. But I think mostly because I was actually like, it really engaged the whole time. Like there was a lot of really good action. There's the spooky moments. Yeah. There was just good stuff. A lot of good like storyboarding and setup in the plot and all that kind of thing. Like things you didn't see coming necessarily. Like if they had at the start of the episode, before any of this shit was happening, and Bruce Wayne is like, I've been working on a thing. It's like, okay, well then it's going to be used later. But instead he's just like, I'm Smarty Pants Bruce Wayne. I made a gun that stops the guys.
It was less like Chekhov's antidote and more just Chekhov's Bruce.
Hell divers.
Yeah.
Bruce said, take this gun. Just all the time. Yeah. It's always poignant, you know?
Okay.
It's always with us.
So similar to you, I think this is kind of bringing us back a little bit. I'm going to put it at number 5.
Damn.
Because
okay.
I really liked Sliders.
I think, I mean, I have Dead Man's Hand, Dreadsma Wendell in there as well. Dead Man's Hand in there. But like, it's going to be hard to beat Rebirth, Meltdown, Shriek, and Golem. Like, those are like,
do I have the same top 4?
Yes, you also, not in the exact same order, but those are the 4 that are the top. you have Rebirth Shrek Meltdown Golem.
Because Shrek is God.
Yeah. Because, I mean, so far those have just been like, this was a really great episode, and I have basically no problems with it, kind of a thing. And
that is more or less what this episode was for me.
It was.
Hence number 5.
You have it right in there with them now. Yeah, top 5. Okay. Is this a Yop 10 thing? Mad Love is your number 10 on that.
I don't think
No, I don't think it. I mean, I think we've had this discussion before where like I have Meltdown at my number 10 on my Yop 10. And it's like, if I didn't put it above Meltdown in the top 10, am I allowed to put it above Meltdown in the Yop 10? I don't think that makes any sense. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
No.
That's the end of the stuff we do. We go to the future to do mail. And then I tell
you can do
Brian,
mails in the future.
You can do them whenever you want to. And then I tell Brian the name of the next episode. And he tries to guess what it's about. You give me a cool transitional sound for the future.
You want me to do that?
Yeah.
I need to embody going to the future.
Use something
sound.
in the room to make the noise. There's not a lot of noise making objects. No. Oh. It's not plugged in.
Sure isn't.
He tried to turn a lamp on. Now he's making so many noises with the boom arm. It's out of this world. Future.
Unity.
I had to get my wedding ring resized for my fat finger today.
Uh-oh.
I tried to put it on a few days ago, and it got so stuck we had to like wrap a string around it, and my finger was turning purple and stuff. I was like, I'm going to get a silicone ring. I'm going to be one of those guys now. Went down there. They're all really cheap and terrible looking. So I just had, they're like, oh, you got your ring here. Just bring it in and we'll stretch it. And I'm like, okay. And then they stretched my ring, you know?
And now you have a ring.
And now you have a ring. And everyone lived happily ever after. The end.
Would that wedding ring fit me, you think?
I don't know. Let's find out when I propose to you.
It used to, remember?
Oh, yeah. For your body doubling of me, hand
well,
doubling
it had to
of
be
me.
you, yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do is just have a hand, and it looks like my hand. Honestly,
and then you can have a ring.
Brian has complained about that several times of like, I look nothing like James, like from behind, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but you're like a tall, skinny, white guy. That's really the requirement, I think, to be a body double for me in something.
That's fair, yeah.
Well, if all you tall, skinny white guys out there would like to reach out to us, like the Fire Hand at the End of World's Finest Part 3, you know who you are. You can
leave a comment in the like box below.
In the like box.
What?
You can send a like or a 60-second like to batwagonpod@gmail.com. That's the email you send stuff to. Pod Tower YouTube channel. You can leave a comment or you can do it on Spotify. I should check if there's anything on Spotify to read. I think I did mark one to read. That's all the things I say. Don't spoil anything for Brian, please.
Imagine if someone was like, episode 1 was like, hey man, can't wait till you guys get to Phantasm. That's going to be like sick as hell, especially when like the big twist at the end comes and there's that terrible song that everybody likes.
And just imagine if Brian knew about the credits song before it happened. That would suck.
I mean, it would take something away. If people were like, hey, oh my God, it's going to be so funny when Brian hears the credits song. Am I right?
Yeah, you wouldn't have been caught off guard. Just experienced Batman Mask of the Phantasm for the first time. Saxophone. Look over at Jamie in the corner. What is going on? What is your saxophone?
I would love, I feel like movies are very bad at choosing credits music. Because I think they're like, oh, we'll just like play this band that's popular these days. Or, oh, we'll just like play this song which has a word in it somewhat relating to a part of the plot.
Yeah. Or it's like a weird,
terrible.
It's always just like a weird pop ballad that barely has anything to do with what's going on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, choose your fucking outro music carefully.
Well, all the stuff I had on my like, I want this to be in reality. I want this to be in my movies stuff. I had like a million different. Okay, I want there to be a car chase. I want there to be a shot where I do this. I want there to this thing and this thing, because I wanted it to also just be kind of like a maybe I only make one movie ever. I wanted to have everything I could possibly put in a movie as sort of like a joke. And then I thought like, oh, the one thing missing is it doesn't have like a pop ballad in the credits. Like I needed there to be a pop ballad in the credits. So, we can start writing one, I think. That'll be good.
I'm one step ahead of you.
Oh. This is from Scotty Cameron. On Spotify. Great episode on Ascension. I love that I get a shout out whenever there's a Saw actor in the DCAU. There's more to come. I think the revelation of Powers being Blight would have been more effective if we saw him leading up to this point and other episodes played on the dramatic irony of we, the audience, knowing Powers is Blight, but the characters in the show don't. That way it might have been more impactful.
It would have been more impactful if they put a pop ballad in the credits sequence.
If they put a pop ballad every time Blight came on screen. Blight will do, and it's in the background.
Or maybe even just like Friday by Rebecca Black.
Yeah, that'd be
Doesn't even have to be like a ballad. It can just be like a pop song.
And just like murdering people.
That's what he does on a Friday,
It's that board meeting. He's throwing all the different blasts of energy. It's Friday. This is from the Animated Arcade. The Demon Reborn, or Ra's al Ghul gives Superman a staph infection. That's the whole comment. Banana Man says, okay. You got a hearty out of Brian, so that's what you get.
If somebody texted me that and I had that reaction, I absolutely would have texted back lol.
Yeah. LAWL. Lock D says, if only slappers had been invented in the present day, Ra's wouldn't have needed to use a Native American dream catcher on Superman just to turn into Big Bane. Oh, well, lesson learned. Anyways, when Terry says that splicing is illegal, Dana says, the law is against everything we're into. What do you think she means? Drugs, debauchery, playing D&D, pronouncing the word Shimayruh properly? what kind of shit are they getting up to? Yeah, I think we didn't mention that on the show, but we said that as it happened. We're like, what are you talking? Are you just like doing cocaine all the time? Like, what's going on?
It's a good question. I think it's supposed to be vague, though, right? Like, wherever your mind goes to, like that's what it is.
Stuff that teenagers be doing must be illegal, I guess. Wency209 wasn't expecting to see another Batman and Superman crossover again, especially since we're so close to the end of S-Task, but I guess they were right. Anything can happen in Superman. Also, episode 169, nice. Anyways, have fun with The Demon Within, or Ra's al Ghul v. Joe, Dawn of Mountain Dew. Stay yoppy and try to stay optimistic. We will. We'll try. We're always trying. This is from Neo Gotham Tourism Board. Splicing, goat roids are back.
Hello, beautiful people of the city of Gotham. As anyone who's talked to me for more than 30 seconds knows, the greatest day of my life was the day I injected myself with high power, high efficiency, high effectiveness, genetically altered goat steroids and could lift trucks. And today I am so excited to announce that I am back. That's right, I've got weird square eyes, I've got weird curly horns, and you can too, thanks to the magic of splicing. That's right, Gotham's got splicing, nowhere else has splicing. Come on down to Gotham and get yourself spliced. You can be an ox, a goat, a zebra, a goat, a chihuahua, a goat. You can be a goat. I'm a goat, you should be a goat, we should all be goats, we should all run around in a herd or something else normal to suggest that people should go and do. Alright, well, I have a really busy schedule ahead of you before Batman inevitably shuts this down. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
So I'm happy for you that you really want to be a goat that bad.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like I could really use the ability to lift a truck.
Yeah,
over my head.
Can goats do that?
Of course.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a goat?
Yeah.
Square eyes, curly horns,
lifting trucks. This is from Scott Cove. Which I think is a new one, so I'm going to press the new applause.
How do you know?
Because sometimes I feel like I've not said that name before. It says, thanks for all the fun, Yoppie dudes.
That's a superhero power.
Thank you. Hello, Jim Jam and Bryden Rob.
Hey,
I just got to the end of your B-Task run. Started about a week before you got into Batman Beyond, and just wanted to write in with the appreciation for the podcast. After getting my wife to fall for Doctor Who, I tried to get her into the DCAU too. B-Task turned out to be the wrong choice, as the start of it had too many emotionally tough episodes. Don't worry though, S-Task seems to be going a lot better. We're up to Titano. I still wanted do you remember Titano?
Give me a clue.
Big monkey.
Oh, I do remember Titanic. Okay, speaking of emotions, the first half of that sucked. The last half of it kind of sucked too. Just leave him on an island. Did they leave him on an island?
Yeah, they left him on an island with a necklace with his little toy on it.
Oh, yeah.
Someone make us rewatch Monkey Fun. I still wanted the fun of talking to someone while watching Batman, though. So fortunately, the almighty algorithm decided at that moment to start pushing your channel on me. After loving your DCEU video, it was a timeline one, I decided to listen to the pod and haven't turned back. It's really fun hearing both of your perspectives, and especially Brian's slow turn to really loving the lumpy bowl of oatmeal that is BTAS. My only regret is not listening a few years earlier, so I could have been part of the conversation. I feel like I could have helped clarify what the hell such and such actor is doing here, for instance, or point out weird perspectives like The Worry Men is their attempt to do a sort of Fleischer Superman cartoon you couldn't even do in the 90s. So for now, I'll just add that I actually saw a lot of Duckman Private Dick as a kid in reruns. I remember it as a kind of funny with an indie comics vibe. Frank Zappa did the theme music. I think that was the last song he ever did. And one of the Zappa kids is a reoccurring actor on the show.
What the? Oh my God.
This show doesn't exist. That's all for now. And this way, too long email. Might write something shorter when I finish new adventures. Till then, have a Yoppie day, Scotty K. Thanks, you go.
Scotty K.
Thanks, Scott.
Did we decide that you can buy this anywhere?
I think there was a DVD on Amazon or something. Maybe after Freakazoid we should do Duckman. I think we've suggested that before.
Wow. $50 for the 4-season pack.
God, that's
but I don't want to buy it on Amazon because, like, why would you do that?
Yeah. Louisiana purchase. I had a stress dream like this. Howdy, James's Ladder and Brian Dead. This is my most okayest episode of Beyond Splicers. I feel like it really shows off the whole sci-fi body horror elements that we've been expecting from a crazy future world. The DCAU and just comic media has always had a hint of the best horror subgenre. Horror hub genre. And we had some pretty great examples, but this being the late 90s, we need to up the gross factor. Having a huge interest in biology, especially speculative, I really wish we could get more world building from the fact that you can just splice your genes for funsies and it's totally reversible. Is it like as easy to fix any chronic illness? How easy is it to transition in the universe? Haha, I'm just kidding. I'm not a rogue agent sent to spread the idea of things possibly being better. I'm not. Keep it Yoppie and remember love and understanding is better than fear and hatred, Louisiana. That's very true. And thank you for saying so. Ryan Hip. Scythers. Ryan's Poor Financial Decisions Part 3.
All right. It's everybody's favorite. Terry goes to Rainforest. And this is it. This is the last of the episodes I own a cell from. You have no idea how happy I was when I got to this in the rewatch. And I really ran out of the fucking DQ to avoid the rain. I could have waited another 2 minutes. Fucking hell. I sent a picture to Jane and Brian. Well, there it is. To Jane and Brian. The background doesn't match. It's some Scooby-Doo bullshit. But yeah, it's great. I love it. Terry yeets iced tea by his nose ring and rips the nose ring out. And just like in the Jonathan Taylor Thomas Pinocchio, where the villain gets his comeuppance from his like transformative liquid. Oh, you all remember that. The villain here gets too much of his King Furry of Yif Mountain gets too much of his furry serum and turns into a thing, and the dog bites him by the taint fold.
Just like in Pinocchio.
Just like that famous scene in Pinocchio. Taintfold, that's a new word.
Yeah,
is
I don't
that
like
one
that
word
at
or
all.
two?
It's hyphenated, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a attached image from the episode as the cell that Ryan owns. It's cool. I don't know what shot that is. But yeah, we just talked about in the episode. It's always some random other show. Last first, we have Mark Aquino, who wrote in as Quiet Thought Films. So I don't know if that's another YouTube channel of his or something, but I'm going to go to it right now. It has 17 subscribers. You mean 18. He says, Doop, FYI, this is Mark Aquino. For some reason, YouTube wasn't letting me post my comments from my main channel, so I have to use this one, my backup second channel, until I figure out what's going on. Just use this one always. Splicers, or damaging my genetic makeup for clout, or there's Clayface, or Man-Bat Beyond. Pretty sure someone else will make that joke. It was me. Or once again, the dog saved the day. Season 2 of Batman Beyond starts off with a strange concept that I'm genuinely curious what Brian's reaction will be. Would this be the kind of trend that younger Gen Z or Gen Alpha kids would go for? I mean, I'd like to give them some credit and assume that they wouldn't. There are quite a few notable aspects of this episode. Terry becoming a new Man-Bat, Commissioner Gordon getting a couple hits in on the Splicers, and Terry and Ace becoming friendly for a change. It's also kind of surprising to me that somehow the least notable aspect of the episode was Ice-T playing a human-bull hybrid. In any other show, that'd be the most interesting part. But here, just another Tuesday in the DCAU, I suppose. Anyway, I thought this was a decent episode overall. Boss biggest bear hugs to the #1 podcast hosts in this here multiverse of ours, Jockey brand underwear and Bichon Frise. I don't know. What's that?
It's a dog.
Oh, did I say it right?
No.
All right. What is it? Bitch and fries?
Yeah, nailed it the second time, man. Well done.
Praise to our Lord and Savior. I'm not going to find out. Dylan Pollock, keep up the great work on your own podcast. And remember to tell Gab that she rules likewise to all his loyal disciples, all of the names. And of course, all the awesome sauce listeners of this Yoppie community of ours. You're all the absolute best. Don't you ever forget that. Are you still laughing at bitch and fries? How has no one else said it like that? That's what it looks. That's what it says.
Bitch on fries. Wow.
Last year, the term brat summer was all the rage. Well, I believe we in this Yoppie community of ours are about to have ourselves a bat summer, and it's going to be oh so shui. So what are you all looking forward to this summer? Till next week, futuristic smoke bomb.
What are you looking forward to this summer, Jamie?
I was just, as much as I have been semi-stressed about prepping for a baby to arrive in my house. Now that I know, I've got everything for the hospital together, I'm ahead on shorts and podcast episodes and all this stuff and feeling pretty good about everything. I'm actually just looking forward to it'll almost be like a vacation.
Sure, it will.
I'm just gonna sit there.
That's a real good.
Honestly, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't sound like it makes any sense, but it's just being with Jessica and children and just being in my house and just watching a bunch of shows and just existing and, I think it'll be good. And Brian doesn't believe me.
Remind me, you can text me anytime you're awake.
It'll be ironic that I said vacation, but
at night, and you can just be just send me a selfie of you being awake and just say vacation and air
Brian,
quotes.
have you had a child before and you know what it's like?
Bro, do you know how many dogs I have in my house right now?
It's not the fucking same thing at all, bro. It's not. I promise
really?
you. I promise you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going to do this right now here on the podcast.
All right, listener, we're breaking up. I'm going to do jump on the Bat-Wagon. Jamie's going to do jump on the Jame-Wagon.
And that's the last podcast episode, everybody. I'll see you later.
Oh, if we're going to break up, we need a better reason than that.
Yeah. Well, you said you hated this shirt I'm wearing when you saw it in person, so I think that's probably better, right?
I guess
it's various Marvel characters, but they're all.
I like the idea. I just hate the execution of the graphic design.
I got it at Goodwill for $4. So. And the seam on the bottom of the shirt's coming apart. So.
Oh, dude,
you're
mine
right
too.
to hate this shirt.
Look at this shit. Look at this. What am I supposed to do with that?
Is it holes, baby?
Yeah,
no, it's exactly what mine's do. It's just unraveling. Yeah, it's
unraveling.
Curling.
They don't make them like they used to.
I know. Back in the 1900s.
Yeah, right? Literally, though.
Literally. As we were talking before the podcast, I wish my computer was beige again. I just want it to be beige. Those were the days.
Those are the days.
Why do you do it this way?
He said,
he
said twip.
Matt said twip. We fucking hate him.
We fucking hate this.
What? That motherfucking.
Well, he didn't say twip. Actually, it was Terry that said twip.
You're right.
We hate the kid, though.
We hate the twip. Don't hate the twip, hate the twipper.
Now we're back. A dinosaur story.
Wow.
I haven't said that in a while either.
Great.
The next episode is called Earth Mover. It's also Batman Beyond. What do you think is involved? That's probably my child whining.
Oh, okay.
He sounds like a dog for some reason.
He says weeboo weeboo.
He's just a weeboo. He's out there watching anime right now.
Have you heard Weeble Weebo Dog?
No.
That's literally in my like top searched things.
Sounds like
fucking love that dog.
Why are there so many ostriches? Who's that guy?
Don't know.
Don Knotts. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Earth Movers.
Singular Earth Mover.
Dear God, please let this be a Clayface episode.
You're close.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Gollum again?
I don't think I want to tell you more.
Okay.
I think I want you to just experience it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Except, you know,
I did
fuck
good.
this up? Did I fuck this up? Hang on a second.
No.
Let me look at the spreadsheet.
No.
I think I fucked this up.
No,
you were right. I mean, I was right. I was like, there can't be two something I can't tell you episodes in a row, and then it wasn't. It is. I'm right. This is all fine. Everything's fine. Shut up. I'll just say the Where's Clayface is going to be really easy this episode. That's all I'll say.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, that's all. That's the show. That's what we do here on this podcast. What do you want to do now?
I'm going to put my hand over here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you're touching Leonidas's helmet, if you know what I mean.
Okay. I'm going to grab this.
Okay.
If I pull this out, am I going to knock anything over?
No.
Okay. I'm going to pull this out and then I'm going to read it. And then we are going to end the episode.
Okay. You've chosen Green Lantern, the animated series.
Green Lantern, the animated series. It is unopened because James hates art.
No, it's unopened because I haven't opened it yet. That's the show, everybody. Please give us a follow or subscribe where you may be listening to this, and please leave us a 5-star review on your podcatcher of choice. You'll damn well hear it read on the show.
Please join our coffee club.
Coffee Club. Thank you to everyone listed in the description for their musical themes and help in making this podcast as yappy as it can be. Go check out their stuff. And thank you, of course, to you, the listener, for listening. Yeah. Unity. We'll see you next time for Earth Mover. I was correct that it's Earth Mover. Brian and I are going to get drunk and then go to sleep. And then we'll watch Earth Mover in the morning. I think. I don't know.
Yay. Leave in the comments on the YouTube channel what animal you would like to be spliced with. I know, it's so predictable, right? It's like the only question.
It's the only question that anyone smart could ask. So good thing we're all smart.
I think Kimmy would also be a cat.
That feels right.
Yeah, right.
You don't think Kimmy would be a
Chewini?
Chewini? Yeah,
No, I think she loves a Chewini. I think she'd be a cat.
Okay.
I think Dylan...
Kimmy gives me cat vibes in the best way.
Dylan would absolutely be a golden retriever, though, wouldn't he?
I think you're just going to say goldfish. Dylan would absolutely be a goldfish. Can't remember 5 seconds ago. Breathes water.
Typical Dylan.
All Dylan traits. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Terry?
I'm okay now.
Listen to experience, kid. I appreciate what you've done tonight, but ditch the costume. You can't live a life of narrow escapes forever. It's a thankless existence, and the rewards are small, if any.
Well, sometimes the small rewards are the best ones.
Jump on the Bat-Wagon is hosted and edited by yours truly, James Strecker, and co-hosted by yours Briley, Brian Maneely. This podcast is brought to you by the Watchtower Database, your one-stop shop for all things DC Animated Universe. To send us a Yoppie beverage, nab some sick show merch, or support us on Patreon, you can visit the links in today's show notes. And thank you very much. Please leave us a 5-star review on your app of choice and follow us wherever you listen to never miss a new show. And we'll see you next episode, same PP time, same poo-poo channel.